Today I want to talk to you about the Northumberland Terrier. The Northumberland Terrier is now an extinct breed, and it is an offspring of the Bull and Terriers. So the Bull and Terriers were bred for different kinds of things, especially sports. So for example, the baiting of other animals, especially rats for the smaller ones, and so they take the size of the dog and then start the counter, give them, for example, a fixed amount of times to kill as many rats as possible. For this purpose a lot of terrier breeds were introduced, but also some bull breeds came into this game, especially the small ones. But because if you can imagine that size is the drawback, because the amount of rats killed in a certain set of time would be divided between the amount of weight, or there were weight classes, so they wanted small guys. On the other hand, Bull and Terriers were also used for combating other types of animals, for example pulling the badger, the badger baiting. They already caught a badger, and then there was fight, the Bull and Terriers, but also dog fighting, so fighting among dogs. I will pause it here. So that's the vision of the Northumberland Terrier. As I mentioned, the Northumberland Terrier stems from the Bull and Terriers, especially the terrier part of that, because the Bull and Terriers were also used for canine interactions, and they were specialized at that. The fighting Bull and Terrier was so canines attacking each other in a certain weight class, but also sometimes monkeys, bears, even lions. And this type of terrier was Bull and Terrier was developed for that. But smaller varieties were used in the rat pit, as I mentioned, but also the word terrier comes from terra, to go on the ground, and it was the origin also for this terriers, to go on the ground and attack quarry there, flush them or kill them, also rats. And this type of terriers sometimes engage a strong quarry, like big foxes or badgers, and even a regular sized badger is already a formidable opponent. And they needed a dog that could cope with that, despite being very small, because it had to go and that yielded the Northumberland Terrier. So it's a Bull and Terrier variety, which is more on the terrier side because it needed to go underground, and is now extinct. But like the Bull and Terrier that has been assimilated by the Staffordshire Bull Terrier and also other Bull and Terrier varieties, for example the American Pit Bull Terrier, American Staffordshire Terrier, even the Bull Terrier, the English Bull Terrier, this Northumberland Terrier has yielded other breeds, especially terrier breeds, such as the Border Terrier, we all know, but more so even the Black Fell Terrier, also known as the Patterdale Terrier. You see an example of that here on the line, 14-month-old male, estacado, and you still see the bull traits in it, although it's a terrier. It's a terrier in the strict sense, because it's a dog developed to go underground. It's even the most specialist terrier there is currently. But also in the sense that it does the work with such earth specialism that there is no other working dog currently available that's more of a terrier than these little guys. I hope this gave you some additional information about a now extinct breed. It's one of the forefathers, if not the most important one, of many Earth Terrier, including the Border Terrier, Primorge, and more so the Patterdale. Also, if you look at the Border Terrier, you see more bull bloods because those heads are often even more solid, and also the noses are shorter. Whereas this one, little guys have more of the lengthened snout that gives them a little bit more air and also keeps a little bit more room between the eyes and the front canines, so the big teeth at the edges, still being able to work up and close, but not too close that there's extensive damage to the eyes, and which can still occur and does still occur, especially because foxes and badgers have good snout length and also paws that can rupture your eyes. So this is not a given that you won't sustain eye damage there. Have a nice day.